Welcome to Addicted to Minis. Today we are going to be unboxing Monsterpocalyspe miniature game. This is the Destroyers starter, which comes with Planet Eaters. This is a ultimate game of giant monster miniatures combat made by Privateer Press. This is a basically the version 2.0 of their collectible game that released in the late 2000s. This is now, instead of being collectible, it is a miniatures hobby game. So you buy whatever you need to make, and you put it together, and you have a good time. In this set, it comes with Gorghadra, 4 Belchers, 1 Crawler, all of the bases, dice, apartment buildings, game mat, rulebook, tokens, and your stat cards. It also, one of the Belchers in this set can be elite, which is nice. So let's go ahead and bust this open and check everything out. Okay, so here is the contents of the box. So you got your dice. These are pretty hefty dice, which I was surprised to see. I definitely like the way that they did the dice this time around. In the original game, the dice were actually rather tiny, which was good just because it was a collectible game. So getting your dice from the starter and stuff was easy peasy. These dice are pretty simple. You're looking for paint. If you get blanks, you're missing paint. That's a 1, and then that's a 2. The blue dice are boost dice. They're free dice depending on what you get for doing special attacks and stuff. White dice are your main core dice, so these will be going back and forth between your monsters and your units to depict on what kind of turn you're going to do that turn. And then your red dice are your power dice. You get these for holding power zones and buildings and whatnot. These allow you to do some pretty nasty attacks with your monsters. So dice are really nice. I definitely feel good. So next up, let's take a look at the cards. So this is the Gorghadra card, of course. It lists all of its main abilities, its move, its speed, its defense, whatnot, and then has your health track. And as you lose health, once you get to that spot, you got to flip it over to the hyperform. And then he gains various things for being supercharged, going crazy, and then if you get to the skull, he dies. So I really definitely like the feel of the cards. They've got a laminated feel to them, and I definitely like the whole analyzing of the how it's a computer, pointing at the weapons and stuff like that. That's pretty neat. And then they feel like pretty heavy card stock, so definitely durable. Let's look at the unit cards real quick. And these are going to be pretty similar, but they're not going to have a backside, so it's just the Monpoc symbol back there. But star denotes that it's an elite unit. It's also got it down there. And then you've got your grunt, and then your apartment buildings. Now we'll jump to those real quick because that's something we can talk about real fast. So the apartment buildings that come in this are cardboard, kind of reminiscent to like Drop Fleet Commander, Drop Zone Commander, and the Infinity Terrain. So you can just fold these up into buildings, and you can take these in to fill up the battlefield. Now, in the future, when they release buildings, they're not going to be paper like this. So if you get the special rule buildings like the power plant or the radar station and stuff like that, they're going to be resin. So you'll be able to paint them up real nice like real buildings and do some stuff to them. So really like that these come in here. It's very durable cardboard, just like those other terrains I mentioned, so they will last. And then for those buildings, you get your terrain piece here, your damage tiles. So if the building explodes, it can leave a fiery wreck, which then can destroy units or damage monsters. And if it doesn't, if it just crumbles, then it becomes like difficult terrain and whatnot. And then you got some extra tokens over here on the side. Jumping real quick, the rule book. Like I said, this is a version 2.0, so this was not rebuilt from the ground up, which I definitely enjoy because I enjoyed the first game when it was released. So having similar rules, just streamlined, I think was the perfect way to go for this. The book is very colorful. It's got some great examples and whatnot in there of how to play the game. So good rule book there. And then it comes with a battle mat, which is a bit big for me to unfold on camera, unfortunately, but it's basically poster paper, so it'll definitely get you through quite a few games as long as you do your due diligence to make sure you don't tear it and stuff. So, okay. Alrighty. So, you got everything out. So you get your bases. Everything comes with clear bases this time around, which I really enjoy. I'm starting to really like the aesthetic of clear bases, so that's awesome. When you're putting these together, you take a look at yours. They've got an etched base. It's kind of hard to see on camera here, but it's got these stars in the corner. With that denotes that that's an elite unit, so whatever unit you glue to this base can be considered an elite unit. So starting off with the little dudes. These guys are so cool. So you get your 4 Belchers. So here's a Belcher, one-piece model, a little bit of flash. Whoop. Ah, now I'm just throwing stuff. So one-piece model, looks really good. I definitely like the aesthetic of these guys. Little monsters crawling around. And then you got your crawler, which is I really like this guy. It's so cute, but he's gonna eat your face. Rawr. So there's that, and then you got your monster here, which looks like is rather simple. Looks like, so you got 3 pieces and then the main body. So you got your main body, he's nice and chunky, and this is resin, so it's got some heft to it. You definitely know that you've got this in your hand. So there's that bad boy, and then you get his claws on a sprue, and then his head. So well, there you have it. That was a quick look at Monsterpocalyspe miniatures game, the Destroyer starter with Planet Eaters. If you guys got any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. And thanks for watching. You guys have a good one.